Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Remark back again with another video. I got a figure review for you this time. A little while back, I did a haul of a comic book store called The Joker's Child, and I managed to pick up some Star Wars figures, and this was one of the figures I picked up. Went back there again, and they had another Gamorrean guard. So that makes two. So I says pick this up. So I picked this guy up so I could do a review for you because I really think I wanted to keep this card because it had become such a hard figure to find. So I picked up another one. If I could pick up one more, that would be great because I always love the scene in Return of the Jedi. Luke comes in and he's greeted by two guards, and instantly the two of them take this like spear here, the staff, and they kind of block his way. They crisscross it, and he uses the Force and chokes him and very easily dispatches with the Gamorrean guards. I always liked that, so I always wanted to have. So I would like to have two of these loose. I'm gonna have some of the Power of the Force the Power of the Force 2 ones. So I guess I could use that as well. But I would love to have two of these opened. So if I find another one, next time I go back, if they have another one, grabbing that one too. So really great figure, and I just glad I can't believe I finally got a hold of this. I got two. So we'll start with the packaging as usual, and this is another reason to keep it unpunched, man. That just makes it pristine. Got the great Return of the Jedi logo, great image of the Gamorrean guard. Got the Kenner logo, and they really put a lot of plastic and material for your money. I mean, this is heavy. It's heavy for an action. It really is. And we go to back. We have the Vintage Collection logo. This is VC21. You have, as usual, the Vintage Collection description. Again, you can read this if you'd like. Let me get this in the light. And if you guys want to pause the video and read the description, feel free as usual. Here you see the original vintage figure, and it's the photo on that card back same as this, so it's really close. Here's the 83 to 85 original card. And it's the other figures in the wave. Arc Commander, which I did a review a while back. Paris Ophi, which I did a review. Bespin Han, I bought one. If I find another one, I really wanted that figure just to keep in the package. Because I have other Bespin Hans. If I find another one of these, then I'll do a review one day. We'll see. Low gray, I'm not too jazzed about because they've had the low gray there. I may pick him up one day, but he's not high on my list. And Bon Vinden, which I did a review a while back. So, got the usual, see Hasbro, StarWars.com, all that good stuff. Okay, so enough about the packaging. We'll get on to the figure itself. Now, one thing, my last figure review, I forgot the articulation, to go over the articulation. I later realized it. Somebody made a comment, and I realized, I went back looking at the video, I'm like, I forgot the articulation. So I put that in the description. I mean, it's your standard vintage collection articulation that we've been getting, so it was no huge deal. But so I'm going to make sure I go over it this time. So we got bulge on your neck, bulge shoulders, bulge elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, bulge knees, and bulge ankles. One thing with the shoulders, because it's very thick, and maybe just the joints are just really tight, but it's very thick, and with the armor plating, it's very restrictive in the shoulders. It's hard to get it to move. But I don't feel that's a big deal, just because the way I would pose this guy, I don't really need his shoulders to move that much. And I love the detail, and just lift his little, I'll give you a little the full usual 360. Usually it will go down. Those sandals that are struggling to stay closed, those big fat feet of his. Maybe that's why Jabba likes these guys a lot, because they're big and fat and ugly like him. I don't know. But great detail. I love the soft goods, like fur. Very cool. And I love the detail on the head. The head sculpt on this is so amazing. I mean, it looks like it could come alive. It looks like a mini version of the costume. I mean, all the little details on like the shoulder armor and like the chest. Kind of, you got this kind of belt strap, which is, it's not remove. I guess, well, maybe you could remove it if you really forced it, but it's like movable, you know, so it moves with the figure. And you get all these like wrist gauntlets. Very cool. And some people don't like this, like it's very poofy. This like kind of fur skirt, whatever you want to call this, loincloth. But I really like it. It really shows the girth of these guys. These are huge guys. And I can imagine it must have been so uncomfortable in those costumes, the guys that played the Gamorrean guards. But I really like it. You know, I like that they did that. It really adds to the figure. And just look at the detail, like on the lips and the snout and his teeth like protruding out. Just, they really did a great job. This is, you know, this has been a very popular figure for a reason. It's not just, well, it was hard to find, so that's why I went for a lot. It's also a really great figure. They really did a great job. You know, like the little details, like the little buckles on the straps, you know, just really nice. Really love. Just a great job. Accessories. He's packed with accessories, which will show you. First we have, which is in his hand, this like long, like axe. Oh, this is falling off. This like long axe spear thing. Looks really cool. You know, you got the grips on here. You can hold it well. You know, a little bit of metal in there. Lots of detail, a little weathering in there. Really well done. You know, and again, you can get it in that pose that I talked about. You know, holding it. That looks just really cool. Since it fell off, I'll show you his little like helmet headdress thing, which I'm not sure why they decided to make it removable, but yeah. But very cool. Again, great detailing on this. And well, here, since it's off, I'll give you, here's the back of his head, just to show you everything. And you can even get a better look at that. Look at that. And we could say this a lot about the Cantina patrons and Jabba's goons and whatnot. They're, you know, they're only a face a mother could love. We'll get that back on it, but really cool weapon. In fact, that's another thing I love about this figure. I love the accessories, because it kind of gives you a history lesson of the character in the accessories. I'll explain what I mean. This, as I said, we see that in that one scene in Return of the Jedi. They try and block off Luke. Then we have this axe, which is very, very similar to what we see the original figure have. So very good. Very nicely detailed. Got that metal look. Lots of like dings and scratches and nicks. Very nicely done. Okay. Really nicely done. Look at that. Very good. And then you have this axe, which this is very similar to the axe that was given to the Power of the Force 2 Gamorrean guard. And again, nice weathering, detail, very nice job. So all the accessories are really nice. So just a really awesome job. So we'll get him set up. Here's his other accessories. So there you have like the 3 versions sort of the Gamorrean guard. You know, the original 83 Gamorrean guard, Power of the Force 2, and the Vintage Collection with this new weapon. And yeah, just an amazing figure. So glad that I got this guy. I believe he's supposed to be getting kind of a reissue or a re-release. So hopefully this guy will become a little easier to find. We may get a second crack at finding this guy. So for those who didn't get him the first time around, here's another chance. So pick this guy up. Definitely pick him up if you could find him. I'm so glad I finally found this. He's awesome. Yeah, that's all I could say. I think I covered everything. I got the articulation in this time. One last thing. You have the strap and the belt in the back. You could slot the other weapons in there. They'll sort of stick in there because this moves. So you could have him with all 3 of his weapons. You can keep them all together, which is a great little feature. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this review. I know it's a little long, but there was a lot I wanted to cover. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, and until my next video, may the Force be with you.